Hello, friends. Welcome to the Unlock English podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Amma. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today, we're unlocking one of the most important skills in English, how to talk about yourself. And trust me, this is something you'll use everywhere. Amma, do you remember the first time you had to introduce yourself in English?
Oh, I do, Alex. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking, and I almost forgot my own name.
That's so true. I think everyone has felt that way at least once. But don't worry, friends. By the end of this episode, you'll feel much more confident. We'll show you how to introduce yourself, talk about your family, your job, and even your daily life, all in simple, natural English.
And we'll have some fun along the way. So let's start with the basics. When you meet someone new, what's the first thing you say? Your name, of course.
Right. In English, you can say, "My name is Alex," or "I'm Alex." Both are perfect. Amma, do you have a nickname?
Yes, my full name is Amarachi, but everyone calls me Amma. Sometimes people even try to give me new nicknames. Once someone called me Amazing Amma. I liked that one.
I love that. Listeners, if you have a nickname, you can say, "My name is Amarachi, but people call me Amma." Or, "You can call me Amma." It's friendly and helps people remember you.
Exactly. And if your name is hard to pronounce, don't be shy. You can help people by saying, "It's pronounced like this," and then say your name slowly. People appreciate it when you help them.
Let's practice together. Repeat after us. Hi, my name is Alex. I'm from Canada. My friends call me Lex.
Now you try with your own name and country.
Great job! And remember, you can always add a little detail. For example, "I'm from Lagos, Nigeria," or "I'm from a small town near Paris." This makes your introduction more interesting.
And sometimes you might get a surprising reaction. Amma, have you ever told someone where you're from and they got excited?
Oh yes, once I said I was from Nigeria, and the person shouted, "No way! I love Nigerian food!" I was shocked, but it made me smile. That's the magic of sharing your story. You never know what connection you'll make. Now that we've got your name and where you're from, let's move to the next step, talking about your family. This is a topic that brings out stories and sometimes even a little laughter. Amma, do you have a big family?
Oh, Alex, I have a huge family. I have 3 brothers, 2 sisters, and so many cousins. I can't even count them all. Family gatherings at my house are always loud and full of food.
That sounds amazing. My family is much smaller. I just have one younger brother, but he's enough trouble for 3. Listeners, you can use simple sentences to talk about your family. For example, "I have 2 sisters," or "I'm an only child." If you want to add more, you can say, "I have an older brother and a younger sister."
And don't forget about parents. You can say, "My mother is a nurse," or "My father works in a bank." If your parents have interesting jobs, share that. Once I told my mom is a teacher, and they said, "Wow, teachers are heroes." That made me so proud.
That's wonderful, Amma. And if you want to talk about where your family lives, you can say, "My parents live in Accra, but I live in London." Or, "My family is in India, but I'm studying in Canada." It's a great way to share a little more about your life.
And if you have pets, don't leave them out. Pets are family too. You can say, "I have a dog named Max," or "I have 2 cats." Alex, do you have any pets?
I do. I have a very lazy cat named Mochi. She sleeps all day and only wakes up for food. Sometimes I think she's the real boss of the house. I love that. Listeners, let's practice together. Repeat after us. I have 1 brother and 2 sisters. My parents live in Lagos. I have a dog named Max. Now try with your own family details.
You're doing great. And remember, every family is different. Some are big, some are small, some are quiet, some are loud. That's what makes your story unique.
And sometimes you might even find someone with a similar story. That's always a nice surprise. Now that we've shared our families, let's talk about something everyone gets asked: your job, or what you do every day. This question can make people nervous, but don't worry. We'll show you how to answer it simply and naturally. Amma, what do you usually say when someone asks, "What do you do?"
I usually smile and say, "I'm a teacher. I help people learn English." Sometimes people look surprised and they say, "Wow, your English is so good." That always makes me laugh.
That's true, Amma. Even teachers make mistakes. Listeners, you can use this simple pattern. I'm a, and then your job. For example, I'm a student. I'm a nurse. Or, I'm an engineer. If you don't have a job right now, you can say, "I'm looking for a job." Or, "I'm between jobs." That's a polite way to say you're searching.
And if you're a student, you can say, "I'm a student. I study biology," or "I'm a student at Oxford University." You can also add where you work or study. For example, "I work in a hospital," or "I study at the local college."
Let's give some more examples. Amma, can you share a few?
Sure. "I'm a driver. I drive a taxi. I'm a cook. I work in an Italian restaurant. I'm a homemaker. I take care of my family at home." And if you do more than one thing, you can say, "I'm studying business and I also work in a shop." Or, "I'm a student, but I have a part-time job in a cafe."
That's great. And sometimes people ask, "Do you like your job?" You can answer, "Yes, I do," or "It's okay, but sometimes it's difficult." Be honest. Amma, do you like your job?
Most days, yes. I love helping people learn. But sometimes it's hard when students are sleepy.
Alex, what about you? I love my job, especially when I see someone's eyes light up because they learned something new. That's the best feeling.
Let's practice together, friends. Repeat after us. I'm a student. I study English. I work in a cafe. Now you try with your own job or study details.
You're doing fantastic! And remember, your job or studies are just one part of your story. It's okay if you're still figuring things out. Everyone's journey is different, and that's what makes life interesting.
And sometimes your answer might surprise people. I once met a doctor who was also a musician. You never know what stories you'll hear.
You're doing amazing, friends. Now, let's talk about your daily life. What you do every day. Your routines, and even your hobbies. This is where you can show your personality, and maybe even make someone smile or laugh. Amma, what's something you do every morning?
Oh, Alex, every morning I need my cup of tea. If I don't have tea, I feel like a zombie. After that, I usually read the news or listen to music while I get ready for work.
I know that feeling. For me, I always start my day with water. A big glass of water. And a quick walk outside. It wakes me up, even if it's freezing. Listeners, you can talk about your daily routine with simple sentences like, I wake up at 7 a.m. I eat breakfast. Or, I go to work by bus.
And don't forget to share your hobbies. People love to hear about what you enjoy. You can say, I like playing football, or I enjoy cooking, or I love watching movies. Alex, do you have any hobbies that surprise people?
Actually, yes. Most people are shocked when I say I love gardening. They always imagine me with muddy hands and a big hat. But it's true. Amma, what about you?
I love dancing. Sometimes when I'm alone at home, I put on music and dance like nobody's watching. If someone saw me, they'd probably laugh.
That's fantastic. Listeners, don't be afraid to share what makes you happy. Even small things like I enjoy reading or I like walking in the park. These details help people get to know you.
And if you want to talk about your weekends, you can say, on weekends, I visit my friends, or I relax at home. You can also talk about things you don't like. For example, I don't like waking up early, or I don't enjoy doing homework. It's okay to be honest.
Let's practice together. Repeat after us. I wake up at 6 a.m. I go to work by train. I like listening to music. Now, try with your own daily routine and hobbies.
You're doing so well. And remember, sharing your daily life is a great way to connect. Sometimes you'll find someone who loves the same things, and that's always a happy surprise.
And if you ever feel nervous, just smile. A smile is the same in every language, and it always makes a conversation better.